This is Hannah. I'm from FATT and we're doing a takeover today of Fit&Well. And I'm here today to tell you very quickly and very speedily, hopefully, about keto. And I'm here to answer any questions you might have about keto if you do want to. So what am I and what is FATT? FATT is fast, furious and fanatical about keto. And so I really passionately believe in this diet and have done for 17 years when I first read an article in the BMJ about why the ketogenic diet is so marvellous and so amazing. And so for the last 17 years, I've been making food for the ketogenic diet. We supply the NHS, we supply other health organisations around Europe, and we also work with dietitians, nutritionists, doctors, and researchers all around the world. And we've been doing it for a long, long time. For me, keto is a little bit more than just one simple diet. And I think this is a big misunderstanding out there. Some people just say it has to be super high fat. Some people say it has to be 20 grams of carbs a day. So I'm just going to hopefully explain to you a little bit more about the ketogenic diet and why some of these myths and legends are simply not true. So the first thing about a keto diet is that it has to make your body go into ketosis. And by ketosis, that means you have to burn body fat for energy, or indeed eat fat for energy. You stop burning sugar and carbohydrate. So this is really a big change to the way the body works. And that is often misunderstood by the health professionals that we work with, but also indeed by the public. So your body works completely different when it's driven by fat rather than carbohydrates. The second misunderstanding about the ketogenic diet is this idea that to be in ketosis, you have to limit your carbohydrates to 20 grams of carbohydrate a day. That just simply isn't true. Most people will go into ketosis eating somewhere below 60 grams a day. And 60 grams of carbohydrates a day is quite a lot of carbohydrates, so you can certainly get your green and leafy vegetables and some fruit into your diet and still be keto. So that's really, really important. The other misunderstanding about the ketogenic diet is that it has to be super high in fat. That is simply not true. So different types of ketogenic diets are used for different types of conditions. And I'll talk about that in a second. So the ketogenic diet does not have to be super high fat, nor does it have to be unbelievably low in carbohydrate. What you must do is get it below 60 grams of carbohydrate a day, and then you eat fat depending on your need. So why would you do the ketogenic diet? Well, you may do the ketogenic diet because you want to lose weight. You may use the ketogenic diet to manage diabetes. You may use the ketogenic diet for an endurance sport, or indeed because you're into muscle building. You may use the ketogenic diet to manage epilepsy or other neurological conditions, or indeed some people use it to help with cancer treatment. Each need has a different diet. So the diet for neurology, as in epilepsy, is quite different from a weight loss ketogenic diet. And this is really often misunderstood. And we deal with both people on the neurological version of the diet, and we also work with people with weight loss. So we know for a fact how it works differently and why you need to change your ketogenic diet depending on the needs that you have. So for us, it's one of many diets. So the ketogenic diet is actually lots of different diets, which is really exciting. And you can see how people use it in different ways. One of the other things that I think is often misunderstood about the ketogenic diet is unfortunately that people see it as something that is very faddish. Actually, it doesn't need to be faddish. It can be a lifetime diet. Indeed, the paleo diet, which is the diet that humans evolved to eat over many, many, many thousands of years, is effectively a ketogenic diet because people only ate fruit and vegetables when they were in season. The rest of the year, they would often be just eating literally proteins and fats and some small amount of other vegetation. So this idea that it's a fad is a nonsense. People live with the ketogenic diet, on the ketogenic diet for their whole lifetime. Indeed, there are some medical conditions that once you start the ketogenic diet, you have to stay with it in order to keep the medical condition in control. So it is not a fad diet, it is a healthy diet if properly formulated. And that takes us into another area of what is a good ketogenic diet, what is a well-formulated ketogenic diet. And for me, the reason I got into it and why I started 17 years ago making ketogenic food was that I was fed up of seeing ketogenic diets associated with artificial ingredients. So in the old days, way back when I started in my kitchen, the average ketogenic product would be full of sweeteners, fillers, polyoils, all kinds of really, really complex ingredients that you did not find on a supermarket shelf or in your local grocery store. Everything that we make, whether it's with fat or natural ketosis, is made from whole foods, foods that you can buy in their whole food form. And for me, that is the basis of a good, healthy ketogenic diet. It should not be a load of sweeteners. Why does that matter? You might ask, well, sweeteners are better than sugar, aren't they? Surely they must be better than sugar. Well, the truth is it's much more complicated than that. The human body isn't simple. The complications with sweeteners is that even if they're natural sweeteners, they're still stimulating the body into wanting something sweet. And that in itself has an impact on the pancreas and on your body's response to the taste in your mouth. The second problem with sweeteners is they're very complicated. And if you look at gut health, which is ever increasingly important in the way we look at our bodies, we know that sweeteners do not have a good impact on your gut. So as a business, we only ever use inulin and chicory fiber, which are both very considered whole foods, and they are prebiotics, which are good for your gut. So in my mind, anything that's keto should be well formulated and free from artificial sweeteners and indeed natural sweeteners. So for us, keto, it doesn't need to be a fad, but it does need to be healthy and well formulated, which is why you should really try and start a ketogenic diet if you're going to start one at 50 grams of carbs a day, so you can get enough fruit and vegetable into your diet to get the essential vitamins and minerals that you need for a healthy body. So as I promised, FATT is about being fast, furious and fanatical about keto, and which is why I decided that I wouldn't talk for very long on the subject. But I'm obviously very, very happy to have any questions put to me about the keto diet and the different types of keto diets that you may want to follow depending on your needs. That's what we're all about at FATT. We're about natural, healthy, well-formulated keto diets for a healthy, well nation.